The hyena. We have never gotten this before. And I just had this feeling that this might come up. Okay. There is a shadow side of this card, and there is a, in alignment, positive, bright side of this card. You know what I'm getting here? Sometimes when we get exactly what we wished for, sometimes it can happen this way, trust and believe, we can do somewhat of an energetic backpedal. And it's kind of like, oh my God, I've been wanting this for so long. And I finally got to this place where I was just okay with the timing of it whenever it was meant to happen. And then it happens very quickly and suddenly, and it activates, because I still have the nervous tummy, by the way. It's just amplified. Like my tummy is doing flips right now. And it can get to this place where it's like, oh my God, let me take a minute, especially Aquarians, the lovely air signs and mental cardio that we love to engage in so naturally. The hyena is all about humor as well. It really, really is about humor. Now, the shadow side of this can be masking deep feelings, right, with humor. Okay. And there's a time and place to use humor and to help you get from one energy to another. Being able to be in on the joke of everything is always really super helpful, as long as it's not masking the truth, right? And sometimes as Aquarians, we can, how can I say this? It's like the opposite of exaggerating something. Like there are some people who will tell you a story or feel something, and it's like exaggeration a little bit. But we can kind of get to this place where it's like we're underplaying it. You know what I mean? For safety. Because think about it, my lovely fellow Aquas. If we underplay something, that keeps us from getting linked into what? Expectations, right? So we're like, okay, I'm feeling this. I have a deep-seated feeling that what is coming to me, what I'm about to manifest, what I've just manifested, is going to change the course of my life. But I'm going to underplay it and tell myself that what I'm feeling, it's okay. Okay, I feel that, but you know what? Let's go to the mental sphere. Let's joke about it. Let's keep in the humor. It's not a big deal. It's not it's not going to change. It's all good. It's really is a safety mechanism that I am so personally acquainted with. I completely relate on this score. But if we can get to the, in alignment aspect of the hyena, it can really work for us in a beautiful, beautiful way. When we are able to see the humor in everything without allowing it to mask what we are truly and deeply feeling. Okay? Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on for us. We've literally never gotten the hyena before. It is not a card that comes out very much. But it's a beautiful, I feel like it's also, hyenas get kind of a bad rap, you know what I mean? But there's always a lesson to be learned in every animal energy. Let the good times roll. I just heard let the good, oh, and at the bottom we got 10 of Pentacles. Hello. Let the good times roll. I just heard that. Could be getting into a time here where you're also going to be feeling just so overjoyed that there's a lot of humor within and around you. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you got jokes? Yeah, I got jokes. All right, what's going on for Aquas? Oh boy, here we go. We got the Death card, Scorpio energy here. So this is right in alignment with what I was getting in the meditation for y'all. There has been a death, a death of self, but I also feel like, you know what this feels like? It feels like things have been rerouted and we're stepping into a brand new timeline. I feel like this is saying this is the end of an old timeline. I feel like this is maybe even coming to the realization that what you thought you wanted, you thought it looked a really specific way or it was a very specific person, and you're realizing like, oh my gosh, it's almost laughable. It's almost laughable. And it is a good thing. Laughable in a way where it's like, oh my God, I thought I wanted that. I thought it was going to look like this. And then it's not. And because this death, you've allowed this death to occur, right? Releasing what is not yours, right? And just surrendering to your highest and best good, this transformation happens and you're rising above. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in a new timeline. I'm in a new timeline. That's what this feels like. It feels, they're also showing me that this is a byproduct of successfully navigating through a dark night of the soul. Okay. What else is going on from my Aquas? What's good? What's good? What's good from my Aquas? Oh my God. Okay, we got the Tower here, people. This is Scorpio energy twice now. So that might be relevant or pertinent for, oh, hello, honk honk, for some of y'all. But this, you know what I like to say about this key is that this is the universe being the great rearranger that it is. This is culling things from your path quickly that are not of your highest and best good. This is also quick and abrupt change, transformation, and transition. I'm actually really glad that we started off with the hyena because it's almost resulting in this, like, it's coloring it in this way. Where it's like, I just feel like I want to just giggle about the past and this dark night of the soul. It's like, oh my God, I got out of that alive. And now I'm seeing the humor. And that's another way of saying I'm seeing why these people or circumstances or state of being or even an energy within you was keeping me in a place and on a timeline that wasn't of my highest and best good. And now I've been rerouted. And yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. You know, change or anticipating something that you know is going to change your life can absolutely result in this nervous tummy thing that I've been feeling for us for a minute, you know? But this is also the major arcanas, you know, they denote destined events. But it is intense, right? But they're destined events. If you see a minor arcana and you're not a fan, you can change that energy. This is destined, though. We are moving into a completely new timeline. Life is not going to look the same after this. But it's a really great thing. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on for my Aquas. Four of Wands. I freaking knew it. It was like, yeah, this is, okay. This is storyboarding really nicely, actually. So Four of Wands is this feeling of, first of all, it denotes a beautiful partnership, a beautiful, loving partnership. But I'll tell you what else. This feeling internally, like just keeping it about you for a second as an individual, this is that like Rocky running with his fists in the air, you know, like, you know, like Eye of the Tiger. Like it's that kind of feeling of success. Because think about the wands. We have the Ace of Wands, which is that initial burst of energy and inspiration and point of direction. Then we get to Two of Wands, which is like, oh my gosh, I should probably make a map. I should probably get a blueprint together so I know where I'm going so I'm not driving around aimlessly, right? Then you get to Three of Wands, which is like, oh my gosh, I've made the map. I feel good about the map. You know, I determined where my rest stops are. And then you get to Four of Wands and it's like, yes, I did it. It feels so good. And you know how this is 11/11. Remember how I said that we're moving into a brand new timeline. Okay, that is in itself an intense energy. It just is, right? But it's most welcome because look where we're going. Four of Wands. You could absolutely be, you know what this is also going to do? It's going to change your vibration in a really beautiful way to where you are a receiver, like I've been talking about, and you're about to be attracting what is in your highest and best good with this new highest and best timeline. Let's just keep it real. Like Aquas, you know, it's been a bit of a year thus far. There's been a lot of good, but there's been a lot of like, oh, what's going on? And, you know, I see a lot of Aquas comment with like, you know, like, we really need a break. It's been a hard year. And that's true. But I really feel like this is hyena coming in to say, and I was getting this image earlier. It's like, this is a time you're going to look back and tell your grandkids about. That's what I was getting earlier. It's like, wow. And you're laughing because you're like, oh my God. And I'm getting this image of like thanking and being so grateful and like literally kissing the ground that you did not get what you thought you wanted. And I mean specifically, like not like that if you are in the market for a true good partnership, which this absolutely represents 1111, right? It's that maybe you thought it looked a certain way and it's going to come in and look completely different. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is hilarious, right? And this also represents signs and synchronicities through the universe too. You might be getting a lot of signs that you thought it was, about one certain thing. And now you're like, oh my God, the writing was on the wall. This is hilarious, is what I'm getting. Let's get a clarifier for the death card. Let's get a clarifier for the death card. I love it. So this is 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So 7 of Pentacles in the upright is, patiently awaiting the seeds that you have sown to bear fruit. I love it when it comes up in the reverse because it means the wait is over. This death, this transition, this being placed into a new timeline of your highest and best good, check. Order status, shipped. Order status, shipped. You don't even have to check the tracking. And I don't even feel like a desire to check the tracking because once you start really feeling, and a lot of you could be feeling this, that you're about to manifest some huge, life-changing, beautiful, wonderful things. It's like, I don't even feel the need to check the tracking information. I don't need to know when it's in Ohio and then it's in Delaware or whatever, whichever way it's going. It's like, I feel it and that's enough. So we could be also getting into a point where we feel this so inherently that we're about to manifest so much more than what we thought that we wanted, that there's also kind of like a sweet release about it too, right? It's like, oh my God, suddenly I don't need to know the answers anymore because I feel it. And it's almost like not wanting to unwrap your Christmas gift before it's time or birthday present, whatever. Let's get a clarifier for this Tower card. This is really exciting. King of Wands. Now, let's point out a lovely little parallel here. See this lightning on the Tower card? Boom, 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 boom. And then we got the lightning here for the King of Wands. This is sudden, quick transformation. But this King of Wands, I feel like it's also, within this new timeline, it is seeding you firmly into how do I say this? It's an energy that is going to last and last and last, like the Energizer Bunny. It's not something that's going to happen like a lesson you learn and then you're moving on to other lessons. No. And I think you're going to feel this. And this lightning is quick change. King of Wands is just like sitting at the top of the heap and having that point of, I have all that I desire. And my desire has accumulated in such a way where now I can look back at where I've been and again, be so thankful that it happened this way, even though I didn't always see the gift of it in the moment. That's what this feels like. And this Cobra keeps coming up for us too. I love it. Ooh, Lord. Transformation by fire. Clean slate. I'm hearing clean slate and transformation by fire. It's almost like a purification process. I love it. Let's get a clarifier for this fabulous 4 of Wands over here, though. Clarifier for the 4 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Did you see how that flipped? 5 of Swords. Let's talk about this because I was feeling this in your meditation as well. Sometimes it can be very disconcerting, I may have already said this, to get exactly what you want. Again, I don't think it's going to look like exactly how you thought it would look. Therein lies the joke of it, right? But sometimes it can be we can look for ghosts where there are none. We can be tempted to look to our past experiences of when we got what we thought we wanted before, and then maybe it turned out to be different than what we thought and felt it was. I'm getting for a few of you, this could be about a particular person. A particular person from the past where you're like, it's them, it's them, it's them. And then it just did not go that way. And you're like, but I felt it. Maybe even questioned your intuition because you felt it, you felt it, you felt it. When the joke is, and I say that with love, that you were meant to feel that and experience that disappointment when it didn't turn out the way that you wanted, so that you could discern and see what that actually is moving forward, so you can identify it when it rises up in you again, right? Because this Four of Wands has no room for this Five of Swords, and this is repping our air sign self here with this Five of Swords, right? I really, really feel like, and I'm just gonna say this, I feel like you're gonna manifest this real feel good. I feel like for a lot of you, this is either a really happy home environment, because this does talk about a home environment, and or partnership. And I think that for a few of you, you might be meeting someone and you just know in your tummy that this is it, which could lead to talking about moving in together and making future plans. And it's kind of like a warning here that there's this aspect of like, and maybe that has to do with the humor too. I think it does. Yeah, let's talk about this. So sometimes it can be in our heads, and this can be something that we were conditioned to as children, even into our adulthood, where it's like, let me downplay this. I feel that this is huge and life-changing, but I'm going to downplay it for safety in case I'm wrong like I was last time. The thing is, you weren't wrong last time. You were meant to go through that so that you could further identify what that feels like and release it, and also realize when it's different, when it feels different than it did last time. So I think that there is part of you that might, manifest this and be like, is this real? Is this, I just heard too good to be true? Is this too good to be true? We can think ourselves right out of the gifts that come to us. We really, really can. And I say that with, I just relate to it completely, and I have a lot of sympathy. It's our minds. It's like I like to say, our minds can be like Grand Central Station at rush hour, and we can really get ourselves into a place of analysis paralysis, which completely takes us out of the joy of be a fire sign. That's what I just heard. Be a fire sign about it, right? Fire signs, they can get in their heads, but not like we can. They kind of trust how they're feeling from a place of passion and impulse, not impulse in a bad way, right? I'm hearing be a fire sign about it. Oh, and didn't I say transformation by fire? Let all that old stuff be cold away in the face of this Four of Wands, because whoever you're manifesting here or whatever you're manifesting here, this is not in their energy. This Five of Swords is about us. This is about us. This is about them, Four of Wands, right? And they don't deserve to have us even have this Five Swords in our energy when it comes to them, because we're worried that it's too good to be true, right? What we think about, we bring about. This is also the number 5, a card of great change. Again, I keep getting this feeling of like, I'm just going to downplay this. I'm just going to downplay this. But I'm also hearing that the poison of that, so to speak, like the shadow energy, the poison can also be the cure. The poison can also be the cure. So I'm feeling like to literally keep your sense of humor about it. If you keep your sense of humor about it, that's not downplaying it. That's just being willing to be in on the joke, right? And I mean that in a really super positive way. They're telling me, have you ever just been so happy that you cannot stop laughing from pure joy and delight? That's what this feels like too. I'm getting this feeling that whatever this is, I feel like this feeling of like having duh moment, like, oh, duh. I really feel like synchronicities and signs that you've seen before, even if it was like a certain name that kept coming up or a city that kept coming up or whatever that is, like you've been seeing these signs for a while, and then they finally come into realization and you just die of laughter because you thought it meant something else. You're like, oh my God, it was right in front of my face. And you're just like dying of laughter, right? You can be in on this joke, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's get a goddess. I feel like getting a couple maybe. Let's get a goddess guidance from Aquarius. Hold on, getting one more thing. Okay, this is for a specific bunch of you. Someone, and this has to do, it feels romantic, okay? It feels romantic, what I'm about to say. There is someone who has already identified you or seen you in the street or stumbled across your social media, or someone has already seen you and identified you, and then they're going to come forward. The Four of Wands is them coming forward. I feel like they may have been delayed or kept at bay so that you could fully go through this transition, be in on the joke, and be completely open to receiving it, seeing it for what it is, and not underplaying it. Ooh. They just told me, and that is such an Aquarius thing to do. Don't we get accused a lot of being like cool and cold as a cucumber where people can't really read us? I don't feel like that energy, that can work to our benefit many times. But in this particular instance, with you manifesting this thing, this destined soulmate, home situation, job situation, that energy is going to work against you. So you're being called to be this fire sign and really be more open about the feelings that you're feeling, the passion that you feel, because I'm telling you right now, it feels passionate, okay? God, that feels really important. Okay. Goddess guidance, please, from Aquarius. I cannot, I just got, okay, I can't, okay, it's both. I cannot with this, it's way too good. Hi. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Leap of faith. That's exactly what we're talking about here. You know what? How about this? Let's stack up these 5 swords and use them as a ladder. Well, that might hurt. Wear good shoes. And literally use these swords as a stepping stone to stand above that old fear-based mentality of is this too good to be true? Can this really be real? Do fairy tales really happen? Right? And jump off, leap of faith. I just have this deep-seated feel. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be of some comfort, what I'm about to say. Haven't things been difficult getting here in a way? Haven't they? Haven't they though? Haven't you spent a lot of good time not being able to manifest exactly what you wanted and being in a place of like, when is this going to happen? Or how is it going to happen? Haven't you been through that? This is the reward after that. This is the reward after that. So literally use these 5 silly swords to step up the ladder, stand on top, and see it for what it is. Okay? Leap of faith, because guess what was on the bottom? Mary Magdalene, darling. Now there's a diva. Unconditional love. Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. And this is so falling in line. Both of these are like pinkish lavender. Yeah, love, love, love. This kind of feels like what I was saying earlier with the no matter what the outward appearances may be. You know, use your light goggles to see this, right? Because again, what did I say about the hyena? This is a choice. This is a choice, right? Between light and dark and how you're going to receive this thing that you've been wanting to manifest for a hot freaking minute. The halfway point. Yeah, it is June. It is June. We're talking about the second half of June. And please hear me when I say, the second half of this year is going to bear very little resemblance to the first half in a fabulous way. In a fabulous, fabulous way. I've been feeling that for a while, but it really, yes, it feels that way. So it's a choice, you know, and the ability to observe yourself and laugh at yourself. If you feel yourself going to that place of like, oh my God, like I'm looking for ghosts where there are none. I even heard, am I going to mess this up? I just heard, am I going to mess this up? Ooh, my tummy just like dropped. Am I going to mess this up? No, because guess what? Order status, shipped. It's not like there's anything you are going or not going to do that is going to take this from you because you've earned it, and it is a destined event. All these majors here. It is a destined event. All you got to do, baby, is keep that heart chakra open and come from a place of trust your feelings. Sometimes as Aquarians, when we feel really passionate about something without any like rational rhyme, reason, or cause, it can force us to want to take a step back because it can feel uncomfortable. We feel most comfortable when we're in the mental sphere of things. When we feel that passion that is technically outside of our natural element, it's like, whoa, 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 that's fiery. I don't know if I'm trying to get burned or what. And I'm just going to take a step back. I'm hearing to do the complete opposite and run into the flames of passion and manifestation. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. That is what I'm hearing. You might want to take this opportunity to become really well acquainted with your shadow side so that you can identify it, show it some love, and then just like giving a baby a bottle of milk, to drink on, nurse on, it's going to be satiated and satisfied. That's it. That's how you deal with the shadow energy. Okay, so if you feel this fear coming up around this new thing that you're manifesting, look it square in the face and say, what do you need from me? Don't run from it. Please don't push it down because it will only grow. Okay? Look at it squarely in the face from a place of love and say, what can I give you? What is your bottle of milk? You know what I mean? Because obviously you're vying for my attention. So what are you trying to get my attention to see or realize? Could be an inner child, right? Could be anything. It could be tendencies towards self-sabotage too, right? But as an Aquarius, you are more than well equipped to observe your shadow side, look it squarely in the face, and have a direct conversation with it. By the way, a quick tip, calling upon shark energy can be particularly good with that, to help with that, okay? But guys, leap of faith, unconditional love. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.